am back with another PSO2 New Genesis news update here, since we just had our very full maintenance of a PSO2 New Genesis, and we have a lot of questions from how the servers, how the lag, how about all the bugs. Are we gonna actually get something returned as an apology for all the problems PSO2 have been having and New Genesis as well? And the answer is we're going to cover it today in the video. So before we hop into it, if you are new to the channel, make sure you do the like, favorite, subscribe, hit all the bells, and check out membership as well for a whole bunch of more wonderful stuff. And with that, let's get into this and let's discuss everything that is coming, apology, and how is the servers and the state of a PSO2 New Genesis right now. So starting on right out the gate here, if you want to read over it yourself or just want to get refresher, I will have a link in the description below to where you can read it. But this is coming from NGS.PSO2.com, which is the official website from SEGA for the global version of a New Genesis. So as I stated, we did have a little bit of a maintenance that ended up happening this Tuesday, since as of now, we are on a schedule to get a brand new maintenance every Tuesday for a few hours, bringing in new content and also fixing some stuff as well. And so we have to start off here with, of course, a little bit of apologizing. To start off with, for anyone who might have bought premium or ended up taking part in like the personal shops, material storage, anything of the sort, right along with, of course, bonus keys. If you are doing PSO2 base game, you are going to be getting an extra 7 hour added to your timer for that stuff. So you're going to have more time before it expires and you can take advantage of it. So no big worry there. You did not lose anything with the maintenance. As far as character that ended up transforming from whatever ship you might have been on to a distant ship, all the characters have officially been moved over, since if you do want to do a character transfer, you have to not only pay to do it, but also it will become inactive or come active at the time of the maintenance. So if you buy a ship transfer, do not expect to be moving to the next coming Wednesday. So we have a verification here of that been taken care of, and everybody should be moved. And another small little tweak here to Elite Bait PSO2 is, of course, now no matter where you log out at, you're going to appear in one of two places inside of the bait game. So if you are in, say, your ship or the shopping district or anything like that, you will instantly be teleported to the gate area as soon as you log in. If you happen to be taking part into some story missions and whatnot, you will be, of course, automatically dropped off in the actual bridge where you can meet up to do some story missions. So these are the two places you guys are going to be put if you log out at any point or got disconnected and you end up loading back in. And then, of course, we have another little apology here, not only for the maintenance, but also the lag and the extended time it took for the game to originally release, since the game did get put back a couple hours on release date for obviously many reasons to deal with the servers, from the way that it seems anyway. But we do finally have the item we're going to get from SEGA as an apology. I know a lot of us were kind of wondering, like, hey, are we going to get something since the game literally is still down after 7 hours after it was originally supposed to be up, not counting all the lag issues we've been having over the last few days? And the answer is yes, we are indeed going to be getting some items here. So as for the item we're going to be receiving here, that we'll be wanting for everybody. If you're a new player, if you didn't experience the issues, you will still get compensated here. So if you're thinking about jumping into New Genesis, now might be a very good time, because of running from now all the way to the 16th of July, you can get your hands on the item. So to start off, as a apology for the server load, we are going to be getting a 50 Star Gem ticket. So I believe that's the same price as a SG Scratch. So right there is roughly $2.50 just for logging in, as well as a in-well drop rate percentage plus 25. So that way you can get your hands on hopefully some more of the well equipment and whatnot. And then apology for the maintenance that ended up happening on 11, which was a emergency maintenance to deal with some lag issues. On behalf of that, you will be getting your hands on 3 half escape dolls to bring you back alive if you are having a hard time trying to defeat the final boss of the story mode. And then on top of that, As for the extended amount of time that the game was down for the actual launch of PSO2, we're going to be getting our hand on another $50 gym ticket and one more $half. So in return, we are getting our hands on roughly about $5-ish, $5.50 of store credit, right along with some well drops and reviving items. So yeah, it is what it is, but nice if it was AC. But, nonetheless, we are still getting actual in-game currency, or I should say in-game / pay currency for it to actually use in the game as an apology for the 3 issues. And as for actually getting the items, if you jump back into Bait PSO2, you can pick these up going to your busy phone like we did any item we have ever got for a celebration. So you will find these there. If you are a New Genesis or only a New Genesis player, you can get the item by going to your receive item account, which is in your settings, and you can go ahead and grab the items there and download them. Just know if your inventory is full, they will go into your storage, and then if you're not able to find it, it will then go into your backup storage that you will be able to hopefully draw from. So you can go ahead and grab the items right now inside of PSO2 and New Genesis. And then we have a little bit of update of some of the functions and things that supposed to be in the game already, but are not. And starting off here, we do got a gathering party member button. This should be a way to actually, if you want to teleport to your party, or you want to bring your party with you, you can go ahead and hit a button and teleport to wherever your party is. Sadly, as stated here, this is temporarily unavailable due to a bug. So we don't know exactly what the reason here, other than it's a bug, obviously. But for the time being, that is not available in the game. Hopefully it will come soon enough, but for the time being, sadly, it's not a thing yet. And then we got a small little change here, which is, of course, the reduction of a completed item required for your daily tasks. So some of this stuff have been kind of high a little bit, so they have been adjusted down a little bit, so they will become easier for you to actually complete your dailies, which is a fairly good thing for the most part. And then we get into the actual fixes that came in this update. So right off the gate, the main thing that was the biggest problem is, of course, the lags at peak hour, or just lag in general in PSO2, or PSO2 New Genesis, I should say. After actually taking part in it for a couple hours last night, roughly about 6 to 7 hours, not counting a little bit offline filming and whatnot, I can honestly say the lag is so much better. It's almost non-existent. For me, at least, the only issue I have that might be distant since I'm on PC and playing the theme version, but the only issue I have seen as of now is the lag is gone. But every once in a while, my frame rate would literally drop like a second or two, going from roughly 60 to about 51 frames. So obviously, it's still a little unstability there. But like I said, this is leaps and bounds, so much better, and only happening every once in a while. So if you're playing at a very high frame rate, you more likely probably won't even notice the FPS drop. But yeah, if you are someone who was waiting around for the actual lag to get fixed, it is indeed fixed at the time of that video, and from my couple hours of playing with also making content. So right now, it addressed. Hopefully it stay that way. So if you were waiting, hop in now and begin playing PSO2 with no void of lag. And then our second thing is a very important bug that people were wanting into, which was the bug where if you sold items when you are out in the field and then you teleport somewhere or teleport back to Central City, your item and money would disappear. That bug have officially been fixed, or should be fixed once again. So you should be able to not worry about selling stuff and can start selling stuff out in the wild as you see fit if you need inventory. And our next little fix issue here is, of course, the game lagging because of certain attacks and certain overpowered stuff or special ability stuff that have been officially fixed. So that is another lag off the table. And for all the techers out there, we have actually fixed a issue where one level, the ability now, does actually last nowhere near as long. It would tone down since the duration of its damage and also its ability have been overly long and wasn't supposed to be that way. So that have also been adjusted. So not really a nerf, but adjustment or fixing to the way it supposed to be. So you might notice that if you are a attacker. And player who was able to perform a sidestep quicker at the end of a sword weapon action have also been fixed. So a little bit of movement up been fixed on that. Somebody, as you can tell, we're starting to get in some of the bug fixes. That sadly is not so good because the bugs might have been awesome. But nonetheless, we also have, of course, a bug that was in when it comes to gathering. If you were gathering food or material, every once in a while, I personally never had this bug, but by this, if it did not appear correctly, that have now been fixed. Also, we got a fix here of the limited time login bonus reward appearing next to the reward when the 7-day reward is claimed. So pretty much just a little UI tweak here, nothing too special. And speaking of UI, we did get a fix here that have a new marker appearing to be a net marker whenever you quote to receiving one of your login stuff. Once again, whatever on this. And then if you were receiving a error method while applying augments not being added when enhancing aid or used when fixing, if you were getting that bug, that have also been fixed now. And also another one here, if you got a bug that ended up showing that the exchange augment capsule or conform method wouldn't disappear, that have also been fixed now. So hopefully you won't have that issue if you were wanting into overlays not going away like they were supposed to. And then here is actually a pretty good bug that got fixed for anyone who have an issue trying to log in to New Genesis from the character selection screen and ended up being booted back out to either the title screen or the main menu. That option now have been fixed and you should be able to log in just fine. And then another little one here for anyone who were gathering items or trying to use a ticket and you started accidentally hitting multiple tickets and using multiple tickets at a time when you are not wanting it to. That have also been fixed, so you don't got to worry about that lagging out anymore. And if you were taking part in the quest from Lu Lin 2, you can now turn in that quest. That quest have been fixed since it was a bug that was in the way of stopping people from being able to actually complete it. That is now officially fixed, and you should be good to go on that quest. And for anyone who is using either the Windows 10 version or using the Inside Xbox app, or if you're playing on Xbox, if you were running into a problem where the join game function was not working and you wasn't able to join or bugged out in any other way tied to it, that now have been fixed. So now if you want to join your friend on Xbox, you can now do so without having to worry about it bugging. And then we got a very, very specific bug that was happening that I believe been happening for a while. I stayed here for over a year. I'm surprised it took that long to fix it, but maybe it just has something to do with how quickly PSO2 were moving. But nonetheless, if you was someone who was affected with either your AC or Star Gem getting lost and not actually appearing quickly, that bug have finally been fixed. So you should be able to receive your items if that been a issue, which once again, I don't know why it took so long. And then for anyone that actually use in-game voice chat inside of PSO2 here, and you would noted the audio did not play correctly, that have also been fixed now for all you bait PSO2 players out there. You can now chat away with hopefully no issue. And from there, we move into some bugs that they are aware of, and some bugs that will hopefully be fixed come next week or before then if we do have to have emergency maintenance here. But nonetheless, these are bugs that they do know is a thing, and also for you guys to watch out for as well. And most of these are tied to base PSO2. So if you are over there taking part in leveling quests through June 17th, you will notice that there might be some issues of actually doing them. That is a bug, so keep that in mind as of today. If you are doing them over there, be careful and hopefully get fixed soon. And also, speaking of bait PSO2 here, if you are someone who is trying to transfer from a New Genesis block from a universal ship inside a bait PSO2, you might have a chance of getting an error code. So ideally, if you are on a universal ship, you might want to go back to whatever ship you originally from and then move to New Genesis, so hopefully you won't get that bug. And then for anyone that might be either hopping into PSO2 or just trying to finish up some of the plastic quests, there is a chance that you won't be able to accept them quests at the time. So there you another one, which in return is a little frustrating, but at least they're aware of it. And if you are trying to transfer into a challenge block inside of PSO2, there is a chance that it's just not going to let you, and it would just in return kick you out to a normal block. So that is frustrating now. And then a small little bug that semi-affect New Genesis, which is called campaign items. If you are trying to grab old campaign items that have items in it that is specifically for a bait PSO2 and not New Genesis, the item itself might not be able to be received, and the items are just gonna set there. So keep that in mind if you have any PSO2 campaign you want to grab or you haven't picked up yet. You probably want to transfer back to PSO2 instead of doing it in New Genesis for the time being. And there we have it. That is everything that came in this update. And everything that got fixed, everything that I known of, and the state of the server as of now. Hopefully, this have fixed some of the issues if you guys was having outside of lag. Once again, lag seemed to be fixed. But like always, if you notice anything at all that is sufficient, broken, or just haven't been stated in a post over on the official website, make sure you go ahead and fill out a support form. Let SEGA know about it. Once again, everybody, keep in mind here that this is very much SEGA Japan handling this stuff. So some of this stuff might take a little longer than expected or a little longer than we used to. But nonetheless, if you see this stuff, make sure you take screenshots. Make sure you submit it to SEGA. Because the sooner they find out about this stuff, the sooner the game become any more better. And with that, that will go ahead and do it for me for this video. And if you're new to the channel, or one of the many that haven't always subscribed, be sure to do so by hitting that wonderful subscribe button, the thumbs up button, the like button, the whatever other button YouTube wants you to hit. And also, feel free to check out memberships as well to get your hands on some wonderful, wonderful emotes. And if you want to support every little thing I do, might it be PSO2 related, gaming related, or any of my other projects, feel free to check out patreon.com/Maconn for that. And I get with that. Once again, link in the description if you want to read over this yourself. And I will go ahead and see you all in the comments. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're interested in any more content from me that is PSO related and other stuff related, feel free to check out the links up on the left. And I like to give a giant shout out to my Patreons and also my memberships here on YouTube. And a special call out to Kyle Blower for checking out the VIP section over on Patreon. And with that, that will do it for me, and I will see you all in the next video for real. Bye!